Hello, this is Andy with Automated Marketer. In today's video, we're going to go over the latest updates to Go HighLevel. Let's get started. For our first update inside of Go HighLevel, we're going to go over something new inside the dashboard. All you got to do is go to the pencil right here in the top right-hand corner of the dashboard. It allows you to edit the dashboard, and you're going to click Add Widget. And as you can see here, there's a new way to show the chart. It's in a table. This is really cool if you want to have a chart of all the new contacts that are coming in. So I'm going to choose Table. I'm going to go to Contacts. In this case, I'm going to go to Contacts with Email. And I just want to see the ones that are coming in, that have come in from last week. So I'm going to go to Advanced Settings, and then I'm going to choose my date range. In this case, it's going to be last week. Now I can configure this with specific dates or any number of things. But in this case, I'm just going to look at what happened last week. And I hit Save. And as you can see here, all the way down, I have all the contacts that came in last week. And they're in a table, so they're easy to reach out to, easy to call. If it was phone numbers and I chose it to just show ones with phone numbers, I could just have that. That would have been one of the conditions. So I can have all those contacts ready to go to see what came in last week. We had a pretty good week last week, 132. Now the next update after that is we go to the Add Widget again. And inside of Conversations, we've got a whole new bunch of things that we can see. We can see the total unread messages, total messages, message conversations, what's happening today, conversations by channel. So this could be like your Facebook, Instagram, email, phone, anything like that. Conversations by assignee. That way you can see how many conversations each person in your organization is having. Unread conversations by the logged in user. So I know how many people I need to reach out to today, maybe, or something like that. So I can see how many conversations happened today. I can kind of keep a scorecard. As the employer, I could see by assignee whose conversations are happening and who's doing the most conversations. It's kind of like a game. We can check by the actual logged in user, total unassigned conversations. Maybe it needs to be distributed. Unassigned conversations by channel. So in case certain people have certain channels they only work with, maybe Instagram or Facebook or Google. Last messages by those channels, and new conversations started this week. So the new Conversations widgets inside of Go HighLevel are ready in the dashboard. For the next update, they've really made some really cool improvements for how we work with responsive design inside of Go HighLevel. Now, responsive design is how things will look on your mobile device as opposed to your desktop version. A lot of people don't know that this is now available within Go HighLevel. We used to just only be able to work with text. Well, now we can work within margins, and that's actually a very big deal. So for instance, if we look here in this funnel that I've been working on, this is the layout using desktop. Now it may need to be a little different when it's mobile. So I'm going to click over to mobile. And when I go into mobile, you already know about this. I can work with the text, and just by using the mobile device or the desktop device, since we're on mobile, we're going to change that to be like 25. Looks a little better there. But do you notice how I have maybe a bigger gap here between my information, and maybe I want to tighten this up for mobile? Well, now I can do that. Actually, the best one I think I'm going to work with is this button here. So this button looks really big and chunky because all the words have been compressed. Well, what I couldn't do before that I can do now, that by going to the margins and padding, I can actually configure these for mobile specifically. So maybe for mobile, I just want to get rid of this almost completely. I'll do 5 as my top padding and then 5 for my padding below. And then I'm going to widen this out a little bit and do 10 and do 10 over here. Actually, I think I could get rid of it completely. So I'm going to go 0 to 0. Still looks kind of the same. So I'll do more of the padding here. And tightening it up, now it looks like a proper button. But if I go to desktop, it's still my big wide button, as you can see here. It hasn't changed anything on the desktop. Adding those margins and padding for mobile is actually a huge thing that has now come to HighLevel. I'm really excited about it. Another part that has been added for that mobile configuring is the alignment. If we click on here, on this text, maybe we want to have this aligned to the center on desktop. As you can see here, desktop, have it centered just like this. But then on mobile, maybe I want to have it left justified. So I could choose right over here, left justified. And when I go to desktop, it's still centered. That's another really cool thing we could do to make it even better for mobile responsiveness. And then the last one we can do is inside the Advanced tab, we can choose the line height. Right now we have a mobile line height of 1.3. Now, line height is the space in between the lines right here. As you can see, I can make it bigger or smaller. So I'm going to go back to that 1, let's call it 1.4, but maybe I want it to be a little different when it's actually, I don't even need it for this specific line. I don't even need it inside of desktop. So I'm going to use one of these. which has 3 lines I know on both mobile and desktop. So maybe over on this one, I'm going to do 2, just an example, just to show you. So there's more. And then when it's desktop, I'm going to tighten that back up to 1.3. A really cool addition that I can't wait to use. Our next update is inside the store. Inside the store, it used to be we could only display 6 individual products at a time. Well, that's changed now. In the layout options down here in the bottom right-hand side, we can go as high as 24 different products on a page. It used to be only 6, which would really limit you on your page. Now that has gone all the way to 24. A really cool feature. The next update is also inside the store. Inside the store, it used to be you could only have the add to cart button. Well, now they've added another new thing. If you click inside the product, you have a shop buy now button. So just by clicking over here, you have a buy now button. That's really key if we want to do fast sales. HighLevel is really broadening what they can do inside their store, trying to make it more like a lot of the other builders who also do stores. From the funnel building standpoint, another thing that I really like that they just added is a completely revamped SEO metadata area. This has been completely changed, which makes it even easier to work inside of your metadata for your funnel. If we open up any one of these drawers, you'll notice it has all this information on here. Now, it already is giving you suggestions of what needs to be done. So it will be a red warning if it's wrong and a green check mark if it's good. Just put in a title. As you can see, that red warning, because it had no title, changed to a green check mark. If we added one that was over 70 characters long, it would give us a warning, and it would give us a warning if it was something that wasn't unique. Same thing goes for the description, keywords, all the author information. We can, of course, still add our social image. We can add our link metadata, our tags, and our links right here just by clicking add. And lastly, we can choose the language for the page. A really enhanced SEO metadata area. And something I know I will use inside of my funnel pages so that my web pages can really be found. For the next update, we've got something a little different. If you go to the settings in the bottom left-hand side, and then you go to reputation management, and you go to your email review requests, you can actually change this now and update this inside of the email builder. This is something you couldn't do before. You really couldn't configure this much. It kind of came very simple and kind of plain. So now we can click and open up the email builder right over here and actually configure this and make this a little bit different. We can put our social links in there. We can put any amount of information in there, more text, more pictures, anything like that. And then when we're ready, we just hit save, X out of this. And as you can see, it's been updated. So now we can configure this a lot differently than we used to. Not something so plain, and make it cooler to work with. Thank you for watching the latest updates to Go HighLevel. If you like this video and you like the content that we're making over here, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you can get notified with our latest videos. See you in the next video.